Hi guys, welcome to Fashion Wednesday with me, your fashionable host, Diana Edinom Kumbey. Today, we'll be delving into the brand Seraban Clothing. Yes, they do a blend of African tradition with modern fashion. They are known for their luxury craftsmanship and their designs. I'm just honestly excited and honored, honestly, honored to be here with the designer, the main brains behind the brand, Serwaa. Hi, Serwaa.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
We're okay. Can't
Are
complain.
you comfortable? Are you ready?
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
ready? Okay, so honestly, I was asking about your name, Serwaa.
Yes.
Seraban, is it like a mix of different names or?
Yes. So Seraban is a combination of my two names, Serwaa and Abankwa.
Oh, right.
Yes, and I think it's generally inspired by my whole fashion journey, how it started and how I've gotten here and
How
so
did
on.
it start?
So,
Did you always know that?
no, I would say unemployment. That is what comes to mind. So I finished university, and for every student, the idea is that you finish your national service, you get a stable job, probably do your master's, get promoted, on and on. And so that's what I had in mind when I finished university. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. So at that time, I have a problem with sitting at one place for a long time. So we had a neighbor, he had just finished fashion school, and he was going on and on about pattern, drafting, and all of that. So I got curious, and then I would go there, help him fix a button, maybe a collar. And, I think that's how it started for me. Sometimes when you lay the fabric on the table, he would have his own idea, and then I would say, oh, I think that if we did it this way or we did it that way, it would come out really nice. And basically, that was about it. And I think I can link my love for fabrics also to my grandmother. So when I was 7, my grandma sold fabrics at the Nima market and the Malata market. And a lot of people think that grandmas spoil their grandchildren. But no, my grandma would cut sometimes 2 yards fabric. I would go around the market and sell them. And so I think I had a deep-rooted love for fabric, and I didn't know about it. So it was when I started with Uncle Joseph that I realized that, oh, wow, I think there's something here, yes, for me. And basically, that was it.
But I feel like as a designer, you have to be a creative.
Mm-hmm.
Because to have looks in mind, to put together even the type of fabric that you select for a particular outfit, I think that you need to be some sort of creative to be able to put that together. Did you always know that that's something you can do? So I was even going to ask in SHS, did you do like visual art?
Yes. So I did visual arts.
Okay, makes sense.
And textiles was my favorite.
Right.
But I don't know, some way, somehow, I didn't think that, I'll end up here. So I have a feeling that it was there, but it was when I visited Uncle Joseph that I sort of realized it. And later on, I started my 9 to 5, and it was in the era of Wear Ghana. So every Friday, you had to wear like a piece. So on weekends, I'll make a piece at Uncle Joseph's workshop, take it to work, and consistently I realized that people will ask, where did you make this? And I'll say, oh, I made it myself. And then they would say, I think you should take this seriously. So gradually, I think that started in 2010, but gradually I just realized that, I had a gift of making pieces that people could resonate with, and I think that's how the journey started for me. And in 2018, we decided to make Seraban a business, a registered business, and serve our beautiful women and men, yes.
Did you at some point go to like fashion school?
Yes, I did. So working with Uncle Joseph was more of, it has to be this way, but I think when we started the business, you'd hire a photographer and you hear questions like, what's your mood board? What's your inspiration? And I'm like, what's going on here? And so, that was when I thought it wise to, go to fashion school and sort of understand my craft, because it's not enough to just be a creative. You need to understand the business of fashion. And so I had to go to school. And I think after my fashion school, a lot of things began to make sense. And here we are.
With regard to some of your designs, you blend African tradition with contemporary designs. Tell me more about that.
I think that still on my grandma and that love she instilled with me, as far as fashion and fabrics are concerned, what Seraban seeks to do is to ensure that, there's a connection between our African heritage and then modern fashion. So the woman or the man feels connected to their roots, and at the same time, they can look stylish for whatever event they tend to go to.
So does that also play with regard to even the fabric
Yes.
that you select?
Yes.
So you pick fabrics that are more traditional?
Yes, right. Yes. Most of our pieces has to, have a bit of our African tradition. And so you'd see us explore fabrics like the fugu, like batik, wax prints, which I love so much. And later on, we'll be exploring more things.
I went on your Instagram page. I loved, oh my God. You see,
Thank you.
I was there for a while and I'm like, no, I need to have you on my show.
Oh.
I like the way you play with colors. Did your grandmother inspire that too? Have you always been a person who loves colors?
I love colors, but I think it's more about the people that we serve, the woman, in all forms of shapes and all of that. But I think usually would go for neutral colors and blend it with some form of a vibrant hue. Because, for instance, let me give you a perfect example. Instead of a bold red, my Seraban woman or man would want maybe a burgundy.
Okay.
Because burgundy has some form of richness. It has some form of a tone that makes you feel like you carry some form of grace and refinement. And so those are the things that we look out for. And I always say that colors have meanings, you understand? So it's one of the things that inform some of the pieces. And also we look at our women, the kind of events that she would attend. If you're going to a board meeting, there's a certain color that would make you stand out, will make you turn heads and all of that. And so those things come to play. As our woman, we look at our environment, we do market research to find out what is going on in the markets, what kind of pieces that people are feeling like they are in tune with. And then with that, we blend that. I have my creativity in the middle. You have your cultural factors, you have the contemporary, and then creativity blends both, and then the pieces are created.
That's amazing. I think you're the first person I've spoken to that has made reference to research. Like a lot of, because from what you're saying, this is scientific research. You are seeking you want to know what your audience love, and then you provide for them. That's amazing. I just wanted to say that.
It's important, because whatever you're making, you want the woman to say that, oh, I can resonate with this piece. You want the woman to see this and say, oh, this will be perfect for the boardroom. You want her to see it and say, oh, there's a wedding coming up. This will just be perfect, and that is what fulfills us. So market research is very important for every brand.
You've had this brand since 2018, officially.
Yes.
Has it evolved since then? Maybe in 2018 you had, I don't know, some thoughts about how you wanted your pieces to look, and you started with certain types of pieces or something. But of course we've grown. It's been a number of years. Has it changed? Has the vision changed? Or what's going on?
In terms of vision, I don't think it has changed that much. but I think we have evolved because when we started, we didn't have a space. We were more of a virtual brand. For most fashion brands, they start with bespoke and then later on move into ready-to-wear depending on what their clients want. But we started more with ready-to-wear. Yes.
That was very bold.
Yes, so we started and it was virtual, okay? But we realized that one thing about pieces are that they are limited. When it's done, yes. When we tell you it's sold out, it's really sold out. So we noticed that sometimes a piece is sold out and a client wants us to make a piece for them, maybe tweak it, and we didn't have any space. And they also wanted a touch and feel. So that's when we thought about having a space where they can come. We've also started bespoke where we can meet. We make a few things for brides and all of that, but we're going to go all out later on. And I think when we started, I would go to Uncle Joseph when I go and order. His team would work on it, but gradually I got a small space, a workshop. We're about 3, but now we're almost 20. Yes.
Look at you taking care of Ghana's unemployment situation.
Yes, the unemployment that
Nice.
yes, that inspired me to start this year. So, you know, that's it for us. And also with our male, we also saw a niche in the male market. The male aspect was more of bespoke. So you order, we deliver. Yes, but I think last year we also did our research and we realized that there's a niche market for our male pieces. So we launched the bespoke last year and we're looking to grow it as the years go by. Yes.
Okay, so when you started speaking, you were talking about virtual. You started virtually. So I wanted to find out your thoughts on how digital, the digital space has sort of has impacted the fashion industry, especially for you, your brand.
Yes. I think digitalization for Seraban it's been instrumental because that's where we started, and digitalization has has given our brand some form of visibility. We started with maybe about 200 followers and now we've hit over 10K, and we've also utilized things like influencer marketing, where we reach out to personal shoppers, we reach out to stylists who would contact all these celebrities to rock some of our pieces. Because the other thing is that when you make a piece, models will wear it, but your woman would also want to see how that piece will resonate for whatever event or wherever she's going. And so that's where the brand influencers come in. Yeah.
So with the influencer marketing, I was speaking to another. Well, she's not a designer. She has a boutique, and
Okay.
and she's also a personal stylist as well. And she was saying that when she started, she was sort of doing more of the celebrity styling, styling your favorite, because you're expecting that they have the audience, and so when they wear it, they. You know, people will see the outfits and they would want to contact you to buy. But then eventually she realized that it wasn't, you know, yeah, maybe you get famous, but really and truly, especially your target audience, if it's not in line, like the celebrity that's wearing it their target audience is different from you as the
brand,
the stylist. Yes, the brand is. They're not the same. So eventually she realized she was just sort of wasting her time and talent.
I think it's all about finding out what your clients want. Before you choose an influencer, it should match with your brand values.
Right.
And like I said earlier, my target is my woman, to ensure that when she even sees an influencer wearing this, she can resonate and say that, oh, if this influencer were, I can also. And so we're very selective and we ensure that whoever we're bringing on board resonates with our women. Yes.
That's good. So as a brand, in this economy, in this Ghana economy, how has it been so far? What are some of the challenges that you've had to face?
Running a ready-to-wear is capital intensive. Trust me.
Because, I mean, you have to invest.
The stock, yes. You have
And
to wait for and hope that people will buy, yes.
Oh my God.
You feel me?
Yes.
Yes. So I think one of the challenges is getting capital to be able to run it the way you would want to. Currently, if you want to go to a bank for a loan, I'm sure it's probably like 40%. So that's like wiping away all your profits. But we have developed strategies of, stocking up little by little so that it doesn't eat so much into your profit and all of that. So it's all about strategies to ensure that you're still afloat. Yes.
So you're a unisex brand. How do you make sure that your pieces are both appealing to men and women? And I know that later on, she's going to be styling, and she's going to pick out a piece, and then you style it for both a man and a woman. I'm just wondering, the creativity.
That good?
Something like that.
I see it more, this comes to mind. I see it more as like an artist and a canvas, okay? So the artist is the brand or the creative director. The canvas is what you put on there. So first of all, you need to understand who your man is, understand who your woman is, understand where she would want to wear the piece to, the weather. Okay.
Yes.
So for example, you might make a jacket in a very hot weather and it won't do well. Trust me, in another collection, that jacket will come, you tweak it a little bit and it just, everything is gone, you understand. And so all those things come to play. You look at the shape of the person, our color tones, and then all those things informs our decision when it comes to making for both men and women. And trust me, once the piece is there, I tell you that we've done a lot of thinking, we've done a lot of research to make sure that when the man or the woman sees it, she can resonate and pick a piece for herself. And the thing about a piece is that 10 years down the line, you can wear it and still turn heads. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at what you're wearing and I want to turn heads too. So when I'm leaving, I'm gonna be taking one along.
No problem at all.
But I'm taking you back to the color conversation. I was having another conversation with, this time it's a beauty person.
Okay.
And she was saying that the regular Ghanaian woman really doesn't like to explore with colors. And from what you're saying, it seems like it's true, because instead of choosing, you made reference to red, instead of choosing red, you rather choose like burgundy.
Yes.
Or you find like a brighter color to and add like some of the subtle colors too. What has been your experience with regard to that color?
So I think the person is a little right on that score, because I remember there was this collection that, like I said, our women like the subtle hues. So we threw in this yellow, bright yellow color. And yes, we were on our own, trust me. But the other thing is that the same yellow color, when we tweaked it, did a mustard, added a piece of fugu here and there, is sold out within minutes. And so, like I said, it's all about understanding who your client is and making sure that you're serving them. Yes.
So what are some of the key elements that you consider when you're creating some of your versatile pieces?
Key elements.
Color.
Color. Shape.
Ooh.
Yes, shape.
But okay, because it's ready to wear, so you have to,
Yes, it's ready to wear. So, and I said, it's for every woman. It doesn't matter your silhouette. And so, yes.
Isn't that hard to do though?
No, it's not. So,
because some women are very curvy, some are quite slender.
Yes, so we have the curvy women who, for instance, would always want their sleeves covered. So for a collection, you would have about 10 to 12 pieces, and you make sure that it serves every woman. So the one who wants to have herself fully covered up, you throw in a piece for her. The one who wants to show her curves and let people know that, see what I got, you throw in a piece for her. The one who wants to always feel free, likes very loose fitted things, you throw that in. And so it's all about understanding your woman, like I said earlier on, and making sure that whatever you're making serves everyone.
So do you have any exciting upcoming collections? Have you launched something quite recently that you want to talk to us about?
Yes. We recently launched our Balance collection.
Balance.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's that about?
Okay, so apart from Seraban, I have a 9 to 5.
What?
Yes.
Sorry, what? As in you work in an office somewhere?
It's mostly remote, but I'm an investment banker as well. I'm a mother of 3, and I'm a wife.
Girl.
And yes, so
You are working.
tell me about it. So as a creative person, I noticed that balancing all of that can be really daunting. Okay, and like I said, our women like the kind of pieces that are for serious things, for your boardroom and all of that. But this time around, we decided to throw in some playful, casual pieces, and they've really been receptive to it. So that's what Balance is about. So with our Balance collection, we decided to have a balance. Mostly would go for serious pieces, like I said, things for your weddings, for boardroom meetings and all of that. But this time around, we decided to add a few playful pieces, like a mini dress. We call it our baby doll dress. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes,
Boardroom woman wants
Yes,
dress.
and
Okay.
somehow it did really well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, going forward, we'll see how to incorporate some of these in the upcoming collection. Yes.
Is the mini dress something you do?
Yes, I actually wore it and I loved it.
Hey.
Yes.
Wait, how mini is the mini?
Oh, mini, like,
Okay.
yeah, like
Okay.
above. I wore it and somehow I'm like, I don't know, but I felt I can't describe the feeling. I felt like a little girl again,
And I'm sure that's the feeling you want your customers to find.
to have. I felt like it was so liberating. It was beautiful. At the moment, I took a video and I was just going around turning, and it felt so good. So I want women to also explore their playful side. It's not always about motherhood and, serving everybody but yourself. Once a while, you have to pamper yourself.
Any advice for young people who want to go into entrepreneurship with regard to fashion?
I think one of the things I would encourage is to have a mentor, an apprenticeship. Okay, because there are other brands that you look up to that have gone on that journey. There are some mistakes that they have made. And so once you're able to connect to them, they can mentor you so you don't make the same mistakes. It's not just enough to be a creative person. You also need to understand the business of fashion. And so if you're able to collaborate or speak to a mentor, they can guide you, through it all.
Can guide you through it all. Thank you so much for speaking to me, Serwaa.
Thank you
I'm not letting
too.
you go yet. This is my favorite part. The next part that's coming is my favorite part. I'm going to ask you some quick questions. Then you give me your response. You don't have to think about it.
Okay.
Don't think too much.
I'll try.
I ask you, you give me. Ask you, you give me.
I'll try.
Yeah. But guys, do stay tuned. Hi guys, if you just tuned in, welcome back to Fashion Wednesday with me, Diana Edinam Kumbey, and I have with me the beautiful Serwaa of Seraban Clothing. We've been having a very insightful conversation about the fashion industry in Ghana, her brand, Seraban, and everything else you need to know about fashion here in Ghana. Now, it's time for my favorite segment, the quick fire fashion round. Usually I give you 2 options, you choose one, but you're special. Yeah.
Tell me about
So I'm giving you one question, then you give me the answer. Quick, quick, quick.
Okay.
You're not thinking too much. Quick, quick.
I'll try.
Right.
I'll try.
Okay, let's start. Number one, favorite fabric to work with?
I'd say fugu.
I don't understand because it's very hard.
Yes, but I think we have restricted our fugu prints to events and weddings and all of that. But there are so many things we can do with the fugu and give a really versatile look. This is a fugu. My skirt is a fugu as well. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you tried?
Yes.
You really tried. Okay. Okay, so what's the most challenging color to incorporate into designs?
I'd say bright yellow.
Why?
Yellow. The thing about yellow is that it can be overpowering.
Okay.
And so if you're not careful and you don't combine it properly with whatever you want to match it with, it can just mess up your flow and everything. And so it's a hard one for us.
Would you create an outfit with like just one yellow color straight up?
There's just one behind you.
Okay. No, but this one you've added fabric to it. But I'm asking if, okay, so you could do away with this one and then just leave it.
Yes.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, what's one fashion rule you love to break? Because clearly you do a lot of breaking over here. What's one fashion
In terms
rule?
of my fabric choice, the fact that, fugu all the way, all day. And you can make anything, hot pants, and you can still make your long palazzo pants with that, so... That's one of the fashion rules.
You're such an interesting person. You're really interesting because, a traditional African clothing or garment you would like to see more in mainstream fashion. Please don't say fugu
again. I mean, wax prints.
Okay.
Usually they have bold patterns, and because of that, we also put it in a corner and say, because it has bold prints. I've seen some wax prints where it's been mixed with maybe like a lace or something, and it comes out beautifully. So I think our wax prints too won't be bad. Yeah.
Okay. So what's your go-to accessory for elevating an outfit?
Oh, bold earrings. Yeah.
Do you go to town looking for these things, or like do you have someone you buy them from?
I love earrings, and currently we have one brand that stocks in our store, Cherry Concepts, and I'm wearing her piece.
Okay.
I love the fact that she plays around with colors, and so when you do something toned down, you can elevate it with a bold earring, and you're good to go. Yeah.
Nice. Biggest fashion faux pas?
I'd say that as much as possible, understand your body and wear pieces that would complement it. Yeah.
Okay. A designer, past or present, you'd love to collaborate with?
Oh, Oswald Boateng.
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Oswald also does a lot of traditional prints, like our wax prints, and he makes beautiful jackets. It's actually a male fashion brand, and because we are now building male aspects of the business, it would be a great opportunity to meet with him and work with him. Yes.
Okay, so what's your favorite Seraban piece to date?
Oh, it would be our Miss Brownie. Oh, Miss Brownie is not here.
See the way you even say, "Oh, Miss Brownie is not here."
Yes. It's sold out within minutes.
Oh. Do you plan on creating something like that again?
We'll definitely find a way to bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most unexpected source of inspiration you've had for a design?
I think the back of a tree.
Oh.
Yes.
I really stressed.
That's where our Miss Brownie piece, when you look at the Miss Brownie piece, it's got a bit of brown, there's gold. It reminds me of the back of a tree. And trust me, when you see that piece, you would love it. You would love it.
Okay. Last one. If you could dress any celebrity in Seraban, who would it be and why?
I'll pick two people.
Tell me.
Taraji.
P. Henson.
Yes.
Why?
I like her sense of style.
Okay.
And Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah, she's versatile. I see how she styles different pieces. I've seen her.
So Ghana, you don't like her. you don't have anything to do with that.
Oh, Ghana.
You just choose one. Just choose one and let us be satisfied.
I think we're already working with some interesting people like Bellamundi, Na Shoko, and Denta.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You are forgiven. All right, guys. So that's it for the quick fire fashion round. When we come back, she's going to be styling a particular Seraban piece for both a man and a woman. Are you not intrigued? Because I'm intrigued. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you just tuned in, this is Fashion Wednesday with me, Diana Edinam Kumbey. Clearly, I've changed into something Seraban. Look at the beauty. Look at all of this glory. Okay, so can you tell me more about this piece, and I don't know why you decided to style me in this particular one? Because I'm radiant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Period.
So this is a Delia midi length jacket, and so you can wear it to the office, just as we've styled it to the office. Because you want to look official, you could pair it with your shirt. It could be a white shirt, it could be a black shirt, depending on your mood. And maybe you want to go out with the girls after work. You can take off your long sleeved and then wear it as a sleeveless. Yeah. You know, it's midi.
Ooh, do you know what I love?
And it's got pockets.
It got pockets, man. It's got pockets. Like that's one of the most exciting things for me about dresses now. Any dress that I have, skirts, whatever it is, I just want to have pockets. I just want to put my hand inside. It's fine. I'm okay.
So this one does everything for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we were going to style something else.
This is a mini piece.
Okay. Oh, is this one of the ones you're talking about?
Yes.
Ooh.
So.
Hey, and it's bold, it's yellow.
It's bold, yes.
So it's mini.
If you want to be bold, this is it. You want to do the mini thing. And you can also style this with your big pants.
Okay.
And your high-heeled shoes. Right. And you're good to go. So it all depends on your mood, how you're feeling, and how you want to look. Right. And there's a piece just for you.
Okay, now let's go to the men.
Okay. So we have a button-down shirt. Ooh. It's got some form of embroidery to give it a very rich feel. You can pair this, because the pocket square has a bit of white, you could pair it with your white pants, get a nice hat, you know, to give you the traditional feel. Right. You could also wear the pants with different colored shirts. The pants is also burgundy, yes. Yeah. So depending on your mood, like I said, and how you're feeling, whether you want to look official or casual, you can style this both ways.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And clearly I'm leaving. I'm going home in this outfit. It is on camera. We have agreed. Thank you so much for having me in your space. How do we find you on socials?
So on social media, you can find us at Seraban GH. On Facebook, it's Seraban. We also have a website, www.serabanonline.com. Please go there and you'd see really beautiful pieces that you can work around with. Yes, like thank you. Like what I'm wearing, expect more.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Fashion Wednesday with me and Serwaa of Seraban. This beautiful piece again is by her, and the piece I was wearing earlier is by Nana Afulba. You can find her on Instagram at Nana_Afulba, AFFULBA. And on that note, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for sticking and staying. See you next week. Bye.